The maskless man speaks again. Welcome back to Wilson Brothers channel. I'm David. This is Isaac.
What's up, guys?
We're having fun.
Yeah, this guy that we're going to react to is, I've never seen a face like this that is faceless.
No matter what happens, we're going to face it together.
But you know what? We are on a tangent to find really good content of people that actually help to broaden the conversation of masculinity.
But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe this video. We come out with content Monday through Friday, and you do not want to miss a thing.
Do me a favor and watch this video.
How much did you spend on our wedding ring?
$35K.
What does he get in return?
I think I should answer that. So I get a partner that's loyal. Most important thing is how she treats me and how she treats my family and how she treats her family.
Usually these types of interviews are generally done for the purpose of making women look stupid. But this one was super interesting because the interviewer was trying to dig around and see if this husband was your general Miami simp. But instead of falling into the trap, this guy demonstrates that he clearly makes the money necessary to afford this type of ring. And when the interviewer asks the wife what she brings to the table in order to deserve that ring, the husband jumps in to answer the question, but not in a simpy way. He answers the question in a way that says, hey man, you're not going to disrespect my wife in front of me. And he spells out how well she treats him, how well she treats his family, and how proud he is to have her as the future mother of his children. This right here is true masculinity, because this guy has gotten his professional life in order. He's chosen a woman who he believes supports him, so much so that he will defend her in public on camera without a moment's notice, and do so in the classiest way possible. This is the kind of man you should look to emulate.
This is the kind of man you should emulate.
Yeah, this is the kind of man. Obviously, look, so here's the thing. When the guy is on there and he's being interviewed, his wife is right next to him. He is trying to protect and provide as a good man should. He's asking the woman, why do you deserve that kind of ring? $35,000 for a ring. The man doesn't even allow the wife to step in and try to defend herself. He defends his wife. I think that is a really, really good sign of a healthy, strong man.
We're on this journey of what is true masculinity, and it is a man defending his woman, being there, taking care of her, making her feel safe. In that moment, I guarantee you she looked up and was like, that's my man.
That's my man.
So what would you do if your wife was on a street corner and a guy came up and interviewed you guys and did the same thing?
I've been like, hold on. I don't want you asking why she has to prove herself to me. This is the reason why I see value in her and love her.
Or why you prove yourself for her?
Yeah, this is the reason why she is worthy of this and way more. If I could afford $1 million ring.
Would you allow her to answer?
No, because I don't want her defending why she's valuable to me. I will tell you why I chose this woman. He says she treats me with respect, the way she treats my family, the way that she treats her own family is huge. Obviously, he probably could have gone more, he probably went into more detail, but they didn't show it on the video. You know, a lot of different things that makes her the woman that he wants to spend the rest of his life with.
Yeah.
But for the man that's interviewing to say, why did you deserve $35,000 ring? If you find the woman that is meant to be the mother of your children and spend the rest of your life with them, $35,000 is nothing.
But it's a baiting. It's a baiting question.
Oh, it's 100% a baiting.
The interviewer was baiting the husband to try to get something out of it, because I guarantee you, most of the women that this guy's interviewing on the street does not fall into that criteria.
I said yes because that rock was so big.
It was so big and so beautiful and shiny.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was so shiny.
So what we're saying is, men, listen, life is about opportunity, but it's also about being simple in the moment. Like, you have to understand that your value is not determined by how much money you make. It's not determined by how often you go to the gym alone. Those things are important, but the character and the integrity and the quality that you have as a man is only determined by how much you designed yourself to be that way. If you're not going to be a man of integrity and quality, that takes time and effort and work to get to that place. It's not an overnight success story. Dave and I are not overnight success stories. We are on this journey as men to be better versions of ourselves. I have not bought a woman a $35,000 ring. I'm still single.
My ring was definitely not that valuable when I got that from my wife.
That guy has it ahead of us, but it's not even just a dollar amount of how much you're spending on a ring. It's what is the thought that goes into it.
I just don't like how even the man asks, what makes you worthy of this?
It's a leading question.
I know it's a leading question, but we put a dollar amount to how much that this guy values the person he's with.
So you're trying to monetize the value of the moment.
Which I don't like that. But I like what the guy says, the maskless man. He says, this is true masculinity. It's not us trying to dominate women and control them and do all this abusive crap that everybody online is talking about with the red pill, all this crap. It's about stepping in and giving the woman comfort, knowing that we are there for them to take care of them and love them and to provide and show that we can be there for them, not to make them feel less, but to make them feel empowered as an amazing person.
But comfort is not just proximity.
Not comfort, but security.
Security is not just proximity.
What do you mean by proximity?
You being close to your spouse physically does not mean just 100% comfort.
No, it's by standing up for them.
Yes, but how do you stand up for them? You go out and do the hard things when they're not there. You go outside of the house and you make a living. You provide, you protect outside of... Nothing wrong with you coming home as a man and being close to your wife, comforting her, cuddling her, doing all the things that are necessary. But when you're not in the house, when she can't keep eyes on you, quote unquote, and you're out in the world and you're suffering as a man, you're out there making money, you're making the hard decisions, you're doing the hard negotiations with the business owner. Those moments allow you to do the other things because you're making a living, you're providing, you're protecting.
But in order to make a woman feel secure, it's beyond that. It's as how.
But that's the foundation. No,
what I'm saying
because if
is
you don't have that.
No, but what I'm saying is the difference between someone that makes $200,000 and someone that makes $60,000 and making their woman feel secure is not much different. It's about making them.
But that's the higher echelons of society. Most men don't make 60 to 200,000.
No, but what I'm saying is it's about a man being on his purpose, but it's a man that will stand up and defend his woman.
Yes.
But be standing in there and making them feel secure that he has her. That isn't just a monetary thing. That's something.
But monetary things are the undergirds, man.
Wait, what?
Monetary things of what you're talking about is the absolute necessity of what you're talking about.
I mean, it's the necessity, but I know people that don't make much money, but because the man knows who he is, the woman feels like she's worth $1 million.
But from the outside looking in, yes, they say to you that their woman feels comfortable. But think about it. If I'm married and my husband, I'm not gay, but if my husband, for example, is making $25,000, $30,000 a year, that has to put a strain on the relationship. I can be protecting and providing.
I mean, you're talking about poverty level.
But think about how many people in this country live in poverty level. We're not just talking to the people that are outside of poverty.
Yeah, but this dude bought a $35,000 ring, which means he makes a lot of money.
I know, but that's not the average person. We're talking to the average man.
Yeah.
Right? So the man that can't afford the $35,000 ring, that's out there trying to make a living, that's trying to provide and protect for his woman, not making that much money to afford that, he's like, well, how the hell do I do it? How the hell do I reach that standard that this man is talking about, to have that confidence to go out there on an street interview and say that, and then have a world-renowned influencer, the maskless man, react to it?
What makes a woman feel comfortable?
It's monetary impact, emotional, spiritual, and physical.
Well, what's the top?
I don't think it's that binary though.
No, I'm saying what makes a woman feel safe and comfortable, and what makes a woman feel that her man
providing, protecting, man.
Exactly, and that's not necessarily
providing financial stability is the most important. One of the most important
things. It's not
things.
the most important, but it's.
But if you don't have that, what are most divorces?
I mean, if you're in poverty, I get it.
Where are most divorces caused by in America?
Money, and also that's also caused by people that are wealthy. People that are millionaires get divorced just as much as...
But the millionaire per capita to the poor person per capita is there's a big...
I think people that are wealthy get divorced just as much, if not more. I would love to see a stat on that.
But what about the poor people?
No, I'm saying poor people get divorced, but they're usually not in the relationship because of money. If you're only in the relationship because of money, then once you realize that money is not everything, then you're more likely to get divorced. I know people that make $40,000, $50,000 a year total between both of their spouses, and they're happy. And it's not because of necessarily the money. It's
What do you think that? What makes them happy?
Because they have an understanding and relationship of mutual respect and love where they value each other in their differences and they empower each other in those differences.
So you don't think money has a...
No, money has a big deal of it. I'm saying if I'm making $200,000, there's going to be a less strain in our relationship because we don't have to worry about getting a house or we don't have to worry about a lot of different things. But I'm saying money is not the end all be all of having a successful relationship, especially when it comes to the comfort of the woman.
Yeah, I'm not saying that money is the end all be all, but that is a very big part of a marriage, a relationship. If as a man, you're not providing and protecting to where you can put food on the table and you can be a safe environment for your woman to know that if she wanted to stop working, she could, that is going to put a strain on the relationship of wanting to reproduce, have kids, have a healthy family, a healthy environment. If you don't have those things as a foundation of relationship, you're going to struggle.
No, you can struggle, but you can still have a great relationship.
Yes, but the struggle of the financial impact of the relationship long-term will be a burden. And how you deal with that burden, yes, there are ways to deal with it. But there are ways also to eliminate it.
Yeah, but it's also a pendulum. People that make $60K a year total can be totally happy if they have their financial needs met. If they're able to pay their rent, all their utilities, all of their foundational needs, they have food on the table and then very little money left over. If they can be content in that, as long as their relationship is strong from the beginning, as opposed to someone that's making $200,000 a year and now the relationship is based off of money, I don't think it's based off money, though. I think that's.
But you're saying a lot of it is based off of money. I'm saying that the reason of the divorce is based off of financial hardship. I'm not saying that's the foundation of the relationship. I'm saying that if you're in a really good marriage with somebody that you love and cherish, you have multiple kids, financial hardship does play into the stress.
But financial hardship is not why people get divorced.
That's 80%.
No, it's because of finances. But financial hardship.
What's the difference between finances?
Financial hardship is like you're thinking poverty. We're not making enough money.
Yeah.
But the differences in opinion of money, maybe the girl's out there spending too much money. Maybe the guy doesn't put enough money aside, or maybe they're just fighting about how to spend the money.
So what do you think the reason is?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons. But my foundational belief of what I'm coming back to is that you can make a livable wage, and then after that, money is not what keeps people divorced or together. Is
what keeps them divorced?
What
causes people to get divorced?
Well, infidelity, not communicating, not respecting each other, not being partners in the marriage. And there's a lot of different things. I mean,
what causes that though? Because
men not being on their purpose is a big part.
Okay.
Because 80% of divorces are because of women.
Yeah.
So as a result, it's women not being happy in the relationship, not feeling fulfilled.
What do you think causes women not to feel fulfilled?
There's so many things, dude.
Like foundationally as a man.
The man not getting them, not wanting to actually spend time with them.
Not fulfilling them sexually?
Not wooing them, not fulfilling them sexually. There's so many things. And it usually has to be because a lot of men, including myself at times, I'm so focused on getting that money.
You discard the woman.
Yeah, that I literally don't spend time with. There's been through times that I didn't spend time with my wife.
I'm not married. That's the reason I'm asking, is because I see a lot of different ways that men either look at their spouse or want to love their spouse properly, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
Because we can point the finger and say, oh, well, man, it's not because you're on your purpose. It's not because you're being a real man. That's why your wife left you. But a lot of these men that we're talking about right now, they didn't have a father figure in their life to teach them how to be a strong man. So they went into a marriage.
Or they had a father and he was a
That's what I'm saying.
Father.
That's what I'm saying, though,
Yeah.
is they didn't have a strong figure in their life. So they went into a marriage with an ideology that they carried down from their broken home that was just passed down to them. So what are some ways that we can help men to say, you know what? I'm in a marriage or I'm in a relationship and I came from a very broken home and I want to fix things because my marriage is falling apart. I'm struggling with pornography. I'm dealing with alcoholism. I'm not necessarily poor, like you're saying, but my wife doesn't seem to want me.
But one of the most important things in a relationship is to understand how the other person feels loved. And that's been so lost. There's love languages, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch. If you in your relationship are not fulfilling those for your spouse, meaning if your wife is quality time, spend time with her. Spend time with her. Ask her how her day was. Ask her just about herself. Hey, so, I know I've been gone a lot for work, but how are you feeling? How are you dealing with stuff? What have you been working on? But that's incredibly important in order to understand your spouse, because that's what helps actual marriages survive long term. Because I've been broke, dude. There's been times I barely paid rent, or I had to move back in with my parents, or I had to do all these things. But I always had this innate drive in me for something better. I always wanted to make money and be financially sufficient. And I'm on this journey of getting there. But my wife stuck with me through all the thick and thin, even when I was broke. And it wasn't because I had all this money. It was because she saw that I am a man of passion. Man of passion, that's what you need. Men need to start being passionate. They need to bring back that passion and actually go after things. And understand that your wife is not somebody that once you marry, oh, I've made it. You need to pursue them forever. You need to bring them flowers.
So you don't stop dating when you get married.
You don't stop dating, and that's the problem. It's not because of money. I know that finances is the big deal, but that's because when you don't fix those other things in your relationship, finances get blown out of proportion. Anything financially that's wrong gets blown out of proportion. And it's because your love languages haven't been fulfilled. You haven't been pursuing your wife. And so as a married man, as I say a lot on this channel, pursue your wife and figure that out. And then you together can say, all right, how are we going to take this on? And as the man, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take on the world. You need to have passion again, man.
Men, passion is important, but also drive. Knowing your mission, knowing your purpose and your mission in life is a crucial component to being a man of character and quality. And women are crying out for men to be present, available, outside of the monetary aspects that they do on the regular basis outside of the house. Your wife wants you to be present. Your wife wants you to be there with her, to hold her, to hug her, to be that protector and that provider that she can put her head on late at night and cry her eyes out when she's feeling overwhelmed. Be that source of protection and be that man for her.
Be that man. Be the man.
No.
Be the man.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Be the man. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. We have another reaction video right here, but you know what to do. Just make it happen. Peace.
Peace.